The job market you thought you knew? It doesn't exist anymore. And here's the shocking part. It may never come back. For decades, people were told the same story. Get a degree, find a stable job, work hard, and climb the ladder. But in the past few years, the ladder itself has been yanked away. Entire industries have flipped upside down. Technology is rewriting the rules, and the definition of a job is shifting so fast that most people can't keep up. And if you think your career is safe, you might be in for a big surprise. Let's start with the changes we can see right now. Remember during the global lockdowns when everyone said remote work was the future? Companies rushed to make it permanent. Workers loved it. And the internet was filled with posts about never going back to the office. Well, fast forward. Many companies are quietly pulling people back in. Hybrid is the new normal, but even that's shaky. Some CEOs are flat out saying, if you're not in the office, you're not serious. At the same time, layoffs are creeping up across industries. Tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Meta, companies once thought untouchable, have slashed thousands of jobs. And it's not just tech. Banks, retail, even media companies are restructuring translation, cutting staff, adding workloads, and calling it efficiency. Here's the hard truth. Relying on one career path is now a dangerous gamble. That safe job you thought you had? It can disappear overnight. But the real disruption? It's not just layoffs. It's not just remote versus office. It's something much bigger, and it's creeping into almost every field. That disruption has 3 letters. AI. Artificial intelligence isn't just coming for low-level work. It's already slicing away at white-collar jobs that once felt untouchable. Lawyers, accountants, customer service, marketing assistants, even junior financial analysts are finding entire parts of their jobs automated. But here's the twist. AI isn't replacing all jobs. What it's doing is reshaping them. One person with AI tools can now do the work of 3. Companies see that and ask, why hire 3 people when one augmented worker is enough? This is where many people make the mistake of thinking, if I just avoid AI-heavy fields, I'll be safe. Wrong. AI-augmented work is spreading everywhere. Even doctors are using it for diagnostics, architects for designs, and teachers for personalized lesson plans. And here's the scary part. If you don't learn how to use AI, you risk being left behind. But here's the opportunity. If you do learn how to use it, you instantly make yourself more valuable. Imagine knowing how to build financial models in minutes, draft flawless legal documents, or automate data analysis while others spend hours doing it manually. That's why the smartest workers today aren't resisting AI. They're riding the wave. So what happens when companies expect everyone to work faster, cheaper, and more efficiently? They flip the script. Not long ago, quiet quitting was trending. Workers were saying, I'll do the bare minimum. I won't burn myself out for a company that doesn't care. Guess what? Employers responded with quiet hiring. That means fewer hires, but more tasks shoved onto existing employees. So while people celebrated having boundaries, corporations quietly rewrote the rules. If you don't want to go above and beyond, we'll just expect someone else to cover your work. And we'll pay you the same. Meanwhile, remote workers, who once had the upper hand, are losing leverage. Employers are dangling promotions or stability in exchange for returning to the office. The irony? Some of those same companies are still downsizing. And freelancers? Yes, more people are freelancing than ever. But oversupply means pay is dropping in crowded niches. But here's the wild twist. While most workers are struggling with shrinking paychecks and fewer opportunities, there's one group that's quietly benefiting more than anyone else. I'll reveal who they are in a moment, but first, let's talk about the skills that suddenly became gold. In a world where technology changes faster than job descriptions, skills are the real currency. And no, it's not just coding. The golden skills of today fall into 3 categories: problem solving and adaptability, Companies crave people who can handle chaos, adapt to new tools, and figure out solutions when the playbook changes. Financial literacy and decision-making. In uncertain economies, people who understand risk, investments, and cash flow stand out. Communication and selling. Not just selling products, selling yourself, your ideas, your value. Industries on the rise. Renewable energy, cybersecurity, healthcare tech, and AI-driven marketing. But here's the secret. The biggest skill isn't technical. It's learning how to learn, fast. Because the job you'll have in 2030, it probably doesn't exist today. And if you think that sounds scary, wait until you see how the gig economy is evolving. Remember when gig work was hyped as freedom? Delivering food, driving for rideshare, working on your own schedule? That freedom came with a cost. Low pay, no benefits, zero stability. And now, millions of workers are waking up to the reality that flexibility was just another word for insecurity. But here's where it gets interesting. Digital freelancing is exploding. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr are flooded. But niche experts, people who know how to combine unique skills, are making serious money. A copywriter who also knows AI prompts. A marketer who also knows finance. A teacher who can turn lessons into global digital courses. But here's the catch. Oversupply means mediocrity is punished. If you're average, you'll drown. If you're excellent, you'll thrive. And that leads us to a hard truth. Job security is officially dead. But that might not be as bad as it sounds. Think about it. Major companies, once considered rock solid, are shedding jobs left and right. Banks, airlines, tech giants, no one is safe. Even CEOs admit, jobs aren't guaranteed anymore. But here's the flip side. Your boss's job isn't guaranteed either. The old model of loyalty to one company for 30 years? Gone. And honestly, that wasn't freedom. That was dependency. The new model is career security. That means building skills, networks, and projects that make you employable no matter what happens to one single company. When you realize job security is dead, you stop clinging to a system that doesn't protect you. Instead, you start building leverage. And leverage is the only real security left. So what does the future actually look like? Here's the future in one sentence. Careers will be portfolios, not job titles. Instead of one role for 20 years, you'll juggle multiple income streams, maybe part-time work, freelancing, digital projects, and investments. Decentralized teams will form for specific projects, then disband. AI will be your coworker in almost every field. And here's the wildest prediction. The job that could define your future career? It doesn't exist yet. That's why adapting now is critical. And that's why you should subscribe to this channel. Because staying ahead of financial and career shifts isn't optional anymore. It's survival. So let's get practical. If you want to survive and thrive, here's what you need to do. Learn one digital skill, AI tools, coding basics, or digital marketing. Learn one financial skill, investing, budgeting, or analyzing markets. Learn one people skill, selling, public speaking, negotiation. Next, build a side project. Don't just list skills on a resume. Prove them in real work. Whether it's a blog, a YouTube channel, an app, or a digital portfolio, that's your real resume. Finally, expand your network globally. Opportunities are no longer limited by geography. Your biggest client might live halfway across the world. The market hasn't ended. It's just evolved. And if you evolve with it, you win. The job market has changed again. But change doesn't have to be scary. It can be the greatest opportunity of your life if you play it right. So here's your survival kit. Build skills, build leverage, and never stop learning. If this gave you value, and I know it did, make sure you like this video. Drop a comment on the skill you're learning right now, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't get left behind in the next shift. And if you're ready for your mind to be blown, watch this next. How buy now, pay later makes billions from free loans. That video will reveal how companies are making money in ways you'd never imagine. And it might just change the way you think about debt forever. Because if you think the job market has changed, wait until you see how money itself is being rewritten.